You seem preoccupied.
This brings back memories. Should I open it? Nice.
Warm up.
Ah, that takes me back.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとう。
That's nostalgic. Ah, that takes me back.
No problem.
いらっしゃいませ。
Let's dig in.
Looks
Real
good.
meal. Thanks for that.
That was
That
great.
was certainly food.
ありがとうございました。
どこかで時間潰すか。もう少し寝らしい。
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Okay.
Feels like just yesterday.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Good evening. Party of three?
Yeah.
Anyone you're here to see?
Sachan, I mean, Saiko-san, please.
Right away, sir.
My apologies. You have guests at table 3.
All right, folks, that's my cue. Kiryu-san? This is certainly a surprise. I see. So Kiryu-san's going through cancer.
Yeah, believe me, I was shocked when I heard the news too. But right now we're focused on finding ways to move through it together.
Got it. So that's why you're doing a bucket list.
Yeah. And with any luck, he's gonna check off everything on it. Sunhee and I are helping him as best we can.
Gosh, just hearing that is getting me all fired up.
I knew you were our go-to gal, Sachan. I wasn't sure if just the two of us could pull it off. Thought we might need an extra hand.
Aha! And that's where I come in?
You bet it is. I take it you'll join us?
As if I'd pass on that. Besides, you wouldn't stand a chance without me. So sit back and enjoy the ride, Kiryu-san. I'll get you wherever you need to go.
Won't I be a burden on you?
Oh, please, that's the last thing you'd be. We've teamed up before, and we can do it again. Not to mention, your party could use a little feminine balance, no?
Huh. What a curious thing to say. Then, if we're so lacking in that department, I'd love to see what you bring to the table.
Fine by me. I was looking for a challenge anyway.
Hey, what's the deal with those two?
They're enjoying a little bonding time is all.
Well, with that being said, I'm looking forward to tonight, Kiryu-san.
All right, we got Sachan on board. Now, as Kiryu-san himself requested, let's go do some karaoke on the double.
You know, I was a little surprised. I thought you might push harder for Kiryu-san to get treated, especially considering your background and all.
To be honest, I wish I could. But it's like talking to a brick wall. It's this Kiryu-san, remember? You can't talk him into anything he doesn't want to do. But, Doctor said something that stuck with me. That a friend could change his mind down the road. So I figured I'd switch my approach. We'll have Kiryu-san try to enjoy every last moment to the fullest. Eventually he'll think, man, isn't it great to be alive? And after that...
After that, he'll change his mind and want to live?
That's the plan. I need to let Sachan in on it too, so we'll all know what this bucket list is there for. You'll help too, won't you? I'm not letting him go out without a fight.
Yeah, right there with you.
Hey, Nanchan. Is Ichiban doing okay?
Well, he stirred up all kinds of trouble in Hawaii. But for him, that's nothing unusual. Right, Kiryu-san?
Yeah. When I first bumped into him, he was running around in handcuffs.
He doesn't change at all, does he?
I take it that means you're worried about him?
Not so much. I was just asking, that's all.
Yeah? If you say so. After seeing the ocean in Hawaii, I have to admit, this river is dirty as piss.
I'm sure most things are by comparison.
But somehow, I think I like it more here.
I can understand that. Sometimes your messy bed's more comfortable than a 5-star hotel room.
Exactly. That's just the beauty of home, I guess.
Nanchan, you can still do better than some polluted creek.
Creek, sweet creek, I say. Great times here. Great memories. Yep. Keep the champagne. It's Finn sake for me.
You know what? Fine. Let me try some Finn sake next time.
Ha! I knew I'd reel you in someday. Finn sake for everybody.
Why the hell not?
Convenience stores always have that great oden soup smell.
What would you say is your favorite part?
Ooh. Well, there's shirataki noodles, eggs, beef tendon. I mean, it's all great, but I've really enjoyed cabbage rolls lately.
Huh, cabbage rolls. They put those in the soup now?
Yeah, the meat goes perfect with the oden broth. It's the best.
That does sound good. Daikon radish was the standard in my day, since it soaked up all the soup. Maybe soaked up cabbage will become the new favorite. All right. Never knew there was a club here. Takes me back.
Were you ever much of a dancer, Kiryu-san?
Maybe a little. What about you, Psycho? You dance?
No. The only dancing I've ever done is at school during PE. I don't think I've ever danced at these kinds of places.
That right. Well, you're pretty athletic. I'm sure you could disco if you really wanted.
Disco? Wait, Kiryu-san, how long has it been since you last danced?
Huh? Things are going well.
I need to get back to my boxing gym.
You take boxing classes?
Yeah, it was originally just part of my diet routine. But it's really a lot of fun and a great stress reliever. My trainer thinks I've got a knack for it, too.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, I'll back you up if you're ever in a tight spot. You know, the old 1-2.
Good to know. I could definitely use it. All right.
I'm good.
What's in this season? What's the verdict? First impressions are key. Oh, I'm in love with it. What's in this season? I could make this work. What's the verdict? First impressions are key. With it. What's in this season?
An important decision.
I don't know about this.
ガン飛ばしてんじゃねえぞ。覚悟しろ。
Bring it on.
I'm on a roll. Let's go. In for the kill.
No begging for mercy now.
What a dinosaur.
I'm not backing down.
How are you? Have fun with this. It's showtime. Come get your prize.
I won't hold back.
You wanna fight?
Wanna play, do we?
You're gonna get stomped.
You want some?
Nothing personal.
Let's finish this.
Try and stop me.
You're going to regret this.
What?
Now we're talking.
Follow my lead.
Hope you're ready.
Something wrong?
I'm on a roll. Let's go. Try to block this. Here's a reward.
Let's do it.
You're gonna get stomped.
No begging for mercy now.
What?
What?
Try and stop me.
Now then.
Try this on for size. Give it your all, everyone. Don't mind if I do.
I won't hold back.
It's over.
You're gonna do
Is that all?
Let's do it.
Okay. Watch this. Happy birthday.
Here we go.
Something wrong?
Wanna play, do we?
Check this out.
Follow my lead. Sorry about that. Hardly a
You
fair
picked
fight.
the wrong opponent.
Learning more every day.
Hell yeah.
Whew! We should relish this moment. Okay. No problem so far.
Ooh, an arcade. Oh, I haven't been to one in forever.
What kind of games do you usually play, Psycho?
Well, typically fighting games. The girls and regulars at the club love them. I started playing just to be social, but I ended up getting super into it.
So if it was a social thing, did you ever let people win?
Nope, I'd wipe the floor with them. I hate losing on purpose.
And that's social? Things are going well.
すみません。今日のカットとカラーの予約をキャンセルしたいんですけど。
Oh, this place gives you bonus points if you use contactless payments.
Contactless? I've heard of that, but I don't know too much about it.
You put money into a smartphone app and pay through that. You can do all your shopping with just your phone, and you usually get points, so it's pretty handy. The only problem is not every store takes the same type. So I've loaded up 8 different brands to be safe.
Huh. You sure handy's the right word? All right.
Nothing beats fresh baked bread. That said, I've been buying it less and less these days.
Did you get bored, you think?
Oh, no. It's just that I recently got myself a bread maker, so I've been really into that instead.
A bread maker? So you've been baking your own?
The newest ones are pretty amazing. They knead, ferment, and bake all on their own. You can even adjust the fermentation time to change the texture of the bread.
Oh, okay.
And by tuning the temperature, you can change up how soft you want your crust. Oh, there's a great deal on it right now, too, and it even comes with a cashback.
Have you ever thought about writing commercials?
Huh?
Things are going well.
Irashaimase.
Let's dig in.
Bon
Real
appetit.
meal. Ah, nothing quite like warm milk when you need to unwind. I could drink it every day of my life.
What's on your mind?
Come to think of it, I can't stand having to drink barium at the doctor's. Milk looks similar enough that I was just reminded of it.
I was wondering why you were staring at your drink. What, were you thinking about some kind of medical test, or...?
I've never taken barium. Is it nasty?
Kinda. Though it's less about the taste and more like it's just really tough to swallow. I can barely get it down.
So, it'd be better if they made it more palatable.
Well, not necessarily. If the body was tricked into thinking it was good food, that'd activate digestion. And since that raises stomach acid, it'd bork the test.
Whoa. To be expected from Mr. Ex-Nurse.
Right. The logic makes sense, but it's still tough to swallow. Get it? Like the barium?
Now that joke is what's really tough to swallow. Let's not do that again.
Thanks for buying.
That was
That
great.
was certainly food.
ありがとうございました。
もしもし。
じろじろ見ないでもらえますか。
I've got some more fight in me.
I really need to make a reservation at the salon soon, but...
What's wrong? You don't want to go?
No, it's not that. It's just that it's so expensive. My hair's starting to curl up again, and straightening costs a fortune.
Straightening? I didn't think you had curls, Psycho.
I do, and getting ready in the morning's really starting to drag. Your hair's pretty straight, Kiryu-san. Ever thought about getting a perm?
A perm? Well, maybe if the occasion called for it.
Really? I would love to see your hair blown up like that.
I, think I've had enough explosions in my life. All right.
light as a feather.
I notice it's been pretty sunny over here. Maybe because of all the rain back in Hawaii.
I actually really like the rain.
Oh, is that right? That's pretty rare.
Well, to be more accurate, it's not the rain, but the umbrellas. I love stepping out with a fancy umbrella, so I think rainy days are great.
I get what you mean. The rain can be nice now and again. I once owned a really fancy umbrella, but it was no match for the typhoon that day.
Who goes out during a typhoon?
Things are going well.
Hey, there's a school here. Makes me miss my old uniform.
Oh yeah? When I was a kid, we wore those old high-collar ones. That was a long time ago, though.
Actually, Kiryu-san, I bet you could still pull it off.
Yeah. It might be kind of fun to spend a day in uniform again. But unless you've got a time machine, I'd say we're out of...
Oh, my club does a school uniform night. We could always do that. We've even got men's ones, too. You should stop by, Kiryu-san.
I guess anything's possible these days. All right.
Have you ever tried golf, Kiryu-san?
I have, yeah. I've spent plenty of time on the course. Do you play them?
Well, golf's a big talking point with customers in my line of work. I went to a driving range to try it out, but I couldn't get the hang of it. I had a hard time just hitting the ball. Got any good tips for that?
You just have to get used to it. Even practicing your swing alone can make a huge difference.
Oh, so that's why old guys are always swinging their umbrellas around.
Let's hope so. Things are going well. Our bond's getting deeper.
I want a cute pair of sneakers from a sweepstakes the other day. Miraculously, they were just my size.
I guess you really can win those, huh?
I was surprised too, but I think I might have used up all my luck. I'm always wearing high heels though, so sneakers will be a nice change of pace.
Huh. Never thought about that before.
Oh, it genuinely feels like you can walk just about anywhere.
I do wear a lot of dress shoes. Maybe I should make the change too.
Yeah, let's all get some sneakers and go out for a stroll sometime. Watch, you'll want to walk from Hokkaido all the way down to Okinawa.
If the shoes even make it out of Hokkaido, that is. All right. I've really gotten to know them. Should I open it? It opened.
Not a scratch.
A message from my marketplace app. Guess the bidder wants me to lower the price.
What, they trying to haggle?
Yeah, it's nothing I'll miss, so I can lower it to... Wait, they want half off? In their dreams.
You gonna turn him down?
Yeah, I'll be losing money with the shipping costs. Ah, maybe you can buy it, Kiryu-san. I'll do half off for you, no problem.
Yeah? And what would I be buying?
It's a facial toning device.
Right. Things are going well.
I think... My arms are getting bigger.
Nothing wrong with that. You been training lately?
No, I don't get to go to the gym too much. Oh, you know, it's the pot.
Pot?
Yeah, I got this ritzy French cooking pot, and it weighs a ton. It's super durable, too, so I use it practically all the time.
You can only do so much with a pot, though. Is it really that heavy?
About 6 kilograms.
Must be a big pot. All right.
Our bond's getting deeper.
I'm good.
Oh, cats are so cute. It's a shame my place doesn't allow them.
Could always try a cat cafe, right? Plenty of those around.
That's for sure. I actually did go to one once. The regulars there gave me the who's who on all the cats. At first, I appreciated them filling me in, but...
Got pretty annoying, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. But I ended up spending more time with them than the cats.
They try to show off their rank, huh? Well, I'm sure they didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah, I kinda just kept my mouth shut. Oh, what if the cafe separated all the seats and each table gets their own cat? Wouldn't that be great? Then you can give all your attention to just them.
That sounds more like a cabaret club. Things are going well. I've really gotten to know them. You play much mahjong? Psycho?
Actually, I'm pretty good. I'm usually the last one standing whenever I play one-shot mahjong with the girls.
One-shot mahjong? What's that?
Oh, well, you just take shots of tequila based on how much you paid out to the winner. I'm no lightweight, so I end up drinking a ton. But yeah, I'm pretty good.
You mean good at mahjong, right? All right.
Our bond's getting deeper.
We gonna fight some more? You know, I haven't been to the hairdresser in a while. Should get my bangs done.
Hey, do you ever strike up a conversation when you're there?
I guess, sometimes. Usually about nothing, though. Like a cafe I found recently or something.
I guess that's about right.
Why do you ask?
Well, when I went to get my haircut the other day, the guy was pretty talkative. Hey man, you got a lady? Where you work? Stuff like that.
Huh.
Well, what had happened if I said something like, nope, and I'm unemployed? Would they even know how to respond? I would hope they've got all sorts of stuff preloaded.
High expectations, I see.
So that's what you told the guy, right?
He was not prepared for it. Guy stopped talking after that. But at least my hair looked good.
Right.
Psycho, that bag seems pretty sturdy. You have it specially made?
Well, it's not custom or anything, but it is a brand name bag, so it's good quality. And the bottom's rock solid, so it can definitely knock a few teeth loose.
Did you say teeth?
I bet it could even fend off a knife or two.
Right. Guess you picked a good one. Things are going well. Complete.
Gosh, are you sure? Thanks. Hey, Kiryu-san, feel like taking a break?
Sure.
This is it, Kiryu-san. Our old Ichinsho staple. The name's a bit weird, and the owner hardly ever cracks a smile. But he's a good guy.
It's also the only karaoke bar left. At least that we like.
Hey, barkeep. Got a new customer for you. Our friend here's Taichi Suzuki. You two, know each other?
No, I imagine he mistook me for someone else. In any case, Survive's glad to have you, Suzuki-san.
You good?
Actually, I had a friend who looked just like him. For a moment, I thought he had come back. My apologies, sir.
Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. With a face like mine, this sort of thing happens all the time.
You think those two are just acting?
It's hard for me to say.
Sounds like a simple mix-up to me. We came here to sing, right? Well, what are we waiting for?
Sure, help yourselves. Consider the place yours tonight. As a matter of fact, nothing would please me more.
Thank you. Truly.
Been childish. You fell down. You got hurt chasing sweeter dreams.
You know, I wasn't sure how things would end up in Hawaii, but at least Kiryu-san seems to be doing better over here. Sunny, Sachan, it's all thanks to you two.
No need to thank me, Nanchan. You know I'm happy to help.
And I'll do everything I can for him on my end. Call it a debt of gratitude if you want.
Right on. We all owe Kiryu-san a lot, especially those of us from Ichinsho. But more than anything, if there's even a slight chance he'll make it, I personally want to see him get there.
And I'm glad you both are here. Because, to be honest, there's too much to bear on my own.
I'm lost, I'm no good at this. Memories of you, twisting my view. I've been a fool.
Oh, Kiryu-san, that was great!
Yeah, top-notch stuff.
So the rumors are true. The Dragon of Dojima can carry a tune and then some.
Seems to me you guys weren't even listening.
Are you kidding? Of course we were.
Well, I guess I just have a voice nobody wants to hear anymore.
But we really were listening.
All right, who's up? The song's starting.
Now how'd that happen? If no one's taking it, I will.
You did that on purpose.
We're starving dogs running the rail line.
Well, he's clearly feeling it. I say we back him up. Give it all you got. Yeah!
We're breaking the law, breaking the world together, throwing out all tenderness. We're breaking the rules. No cause, no choice, no going back to how it was. No slowing down because we'll keep our heads high. Our fist raised till we die. We're living by our own judgment.
I need to take this.
All right, just don't be gone too long. Kiryu-san, was this a good idea or what? I'm having the time of my life.
Me too. Oh, bartender, can you fill us up?
Hey, it's me. What is it? This better be important. I told you I'm out on the town tonight. I know that. But what do you expect? This is Kiryu-san I'm with, my lifelong hero.
Yo, Sunny, what happened? You look pissed all of a sudden.
Do I? I'm sure it's just your imagination.
I take it you have business to attend to?
Wait, are you for real? What is more important than living it up with Kiryu-san?
Well, it was nothing urgent. That said, I did receive some rather troubling news.
Buzzkill or not, can you tell us?
The Seiryu clan's behaving oddly. They're recruiting, and their numbers are getting bigger by the day.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me that's what this is all about. You guys are the Komijul here. See, Ebina, the clan captain, is cooking up something called the Second Great Dissolution. He's even rallying the former Tojo clan and all these other groups to take part.
That's right. Kasuga told me about that.
To build a safe haven for all the ex-Yakuza roaming about. Supposedly, that's his big objective. Those with nowhere to turn can swear up for a time, in exchange for stable work. The waste management they do down by the docks is one example. You could almost say it's an expansion of what Kasuga was doing with Hello Work.
Well, what the heck? So you knew all along?
The thing is, some of those ex-Yakuza joining up with the Seiryu, they had already gotten their lives back together. And it's not just a handful. I'm talking by the 100.
What? Why would that happen? If they were able to find jobs and all, what would even make the Seiryu clan appealing?
Well, whatever's going on, I'm guessing Ebina's big plan is nothing more than a smokescreen for something else. And what his real goals are remain a mystery.
You really think that's accurate?
Honestly, I'm a little insulted. You're talking to the brain behind the Komijul here.
Well, sure, but still, there could be some other factors at play. Maybe those Yakuza went clean only to realize the rat race was just as dirty above ground.
True, I can't account for details on every single situation out there. But it's the overall pattern of movement that concerns me. The Seiryu clan's also pulling their waste operation out of Yokohama, and they're pulling right into Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yep. All their fresh recruits are packing their bags and heading overseas as we speak. You were there just recently, as I recall. Could this be a mere coincidence? Or maybe there's a deeper connection here.
What is it with that place? Why is everything going down there at once?
Does anyone in the Seiryu clan have some sort of Hawaiian affiliation?
Actually, think about why Kasuga's there in the first place.
Oh, that's right. It was Sawashiro. Not only was he former captain, he was Arakawa's right-hand man. What's more, he kept the secret that Akane-san's been alive all this time.
And now he's risen to the top of the Seiryu clan, right next to Ebina.
Then it looks like I've got something to add to that bucket list. Make Sawashiro tell us what he knows.
That's one way to use a bucket list.
Seiryu Clan HQ's not far from here, right?
It's not, but as of now, most of their officers are gone, including Sawashiro. They started a branch office about a week ago to accommodate all the new recruits. If you want to pay them a visit, I can take you over there tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Hmm? Oh.
Hey there.
Hi. Hi.
あ
りがとうございます。
Hey, Namba. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. Nobody likes drinking alone. Oh, thing is, Kiryu-san, didn't we talk about this?
I'm sorry you have to look after me.
That's what it is. Once a nurse, you know. Besides, if it's any better, Ichiban made me promise to look after you too.
Understood. I can stay dry. Tonight, oolong tea only.
That sounds pretty good, actually. Bartender!
So what was it I heard about you all losing your jobs?
That's right, huh? Me, Ichiban, and Adachi-san, we all got the axe. Did you know I was homeless for a period of time? And once you hit a certain age, the job market dries up. Somehow I got this gig even with my employment gap. And then, poof, it was gone.
What kind of job was it?
Quality inspector in a warehouse for medical equipment.
Medicine drew you back in after all.
I don't know. Hard to consider that medicine. There were a couple of other stints, but it was all-day labor or temp work. The inspection job came with a 2-year contract, and my coworkers were decent folks. They actually treated me with a bit of respect for being an old guy.
There's no need to put yourself down. Old or not, you've helped me plenty. I completely understand why they'd respect you.
Come on, you're gonna make me tear up.
No need for that either. I'm just grateful, that's all.
Oh, jeez, enough. I'm tapping out. We're too sober to be so heartfelt.
Well, I can sympathize with how hard it is to find a job at our age. Losing it on top of everything else is a real shame.
The thing is, if you don't mind me saying, it wasn't just the young guys. There was this girl there.
Look at you. You're about to blush.
Nothing. I mean, you can't blame a man for that, right? She was a little bit careless. She'd make tiny errors here and there. Whenever I'd catch one for her, she'd say, "Namba-san, what would I do without you?"
Must have been a pleasant working environment.
Hey, I wasn't after anything, okay?
I understand. You don't seem like that type.
Sheesh. Listen to me, the point is, it might have been a simple job, but it was enough for me. I did good work and I had good colleagues. That's all a guy really needs, isn't it? Especially a homeless guy. For a fresh start, you couldn't ask for better. And then, they just pulled me aside and said my contract's up. Don't come back tomorrow.
Did they give you a reason?
Couldn't be asked to. If they don't extend your deal, that's the long and short of it.
That's hardly fair.
Yep. So, I went back home, and Ichiban was suddenly all over the internet. Guess I'd made no secret of the fact that I was friends with the hero of Yokohama. Higher-ups must have thought, gotta sweep me under the rug before this shitstorm hits.
Kasuga got targeted and you took a stray one.
Of course, I don't hold it against him or anything. Ichiban, Adachi-san, we were all set up. As far as I'm concerned, the three of us will always be in this together.
You're a remarkable fellow. Not everyone can be so forgiving. Kasuga chooses his friends well.
All this talk should tell you I'm nothing special. Just an old fool.
From one old fool to another, I think you're better than you realize. All this talk about you trying to get things back on track. I'm sorry you're saddled with me.
Come on. You know it's not like that. Ichiban only asked me to see you home from Hawaii. It's my decision to stick around and have your back. So no more worrying that you're a burden. I'm the one who's embarrassed here.
If you say so. I'm grateful.
So, how about we finish off with a toast to knocking back tea?
I'll sip to that. Hey.
Hi there, Kiryu-san.
Mind a bit of company again?
Happily, but, you know...
No alcohol, right? Understood. Oolong here isn't bad. You looked lost in thought a moment ago.
Maybe. More crap with no easy fix.
No simple answers? Well, I'm all ears.
You sure? I mean, I don't want to weigh you down.
No need to hold back, it's just us. You can always confide in me.
Whoa. Okay, I appreciate that, but everything you say sounds so dramatic.
Maybe so. Well, I'm here if you'd like to chat.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Anyway, how's it going?
I guess I was thinking... No, remembering's more like it. My last job, my colleagues there had a send-off for me.
Ah, that was that job inspecting medical equipment?
Hey, you remembered. Yeah, that's the one. A whole bunch of them got together, but the mood was dead. Everyone was afraid they'd be next.
Times are tough out there.
Yep. Oh, hey, remember that girl I mentioned? The clumsy one?
Of course. You seem to like talking about her.
Ah, jeez. I wanted to show you we took a picture together that day. There she is. That's her. Miyabi-chan, making the peace sign. You know, she cried when I left.
Sounds like a sweet girl.
At which point, she wiped the tears away and made sure to tell me we were strictly just friends.
Sweet, but not naive.
She started out as a secretary. I swear, she could get any man she wanted.
Must have been a good environment. Looks that way in the picture.
Yeah. They all said they had no idea why the company was letting me go. They didn't know Ichiban's little PR emergency had anything to do with someone like me. So I kept my mouth shut and stayed quiet. It was sad, but at least they paid for my drinks.
Okay, so why is it you're thinking back on that day now?
Truth is, I should be out looking for a new job. Can't bring myself to, though. Ichiban and Adachi-san, meanwhile, have had to sacrifice way more than I have in all this. When they've got it worse, it's embarrassing to feel so disheartened. That makes sense?
You can feel disheartened with me. It's not healthy to bottle up your sadness. Once you're at the very bottom, the only way to go is up.
Kiryu-san, you're battling a serious illness. How do you still have so much sympathy for others?
There's no such thing as an easy life. Everyone has burdens. Mine are far from the heaviest.
Goodness gracious. It's profound. You got a lot to teach me. Anyway, Ichiban and you have really earned my gratitude.
Why do you say that?
Well, I was unemployed, with no prospects out there. I think I finally realized that the world goes on just the same, with or without me. And then, when I needed it, Ichiban came calling to me for help. Not only that, I even got to lend my assistance to you, Kiryu-san. Being useful, to me, it feels like salvation.
I get it. In that case, I won't be shy if I ever need anything from here on.
Good. I'm here for you.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, waiting for you, Kiryu-san. Would you mind hanging out a while?
Something happened?
You remember that girl, Miyabi-chan, from my job? The clumsy one?
Sure, the one who cried at your farewell party. What about her?
Well, out of nowhere, I got a call from her not long ago. She wanted to tell me that the company finally explained to them why I was let go.
After all this time, huh? What'd they tell everyone?
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, they claimed it was due to past misconduct.
Meaning what exactly?
They told them, back when I was a nurse, I stole and distributed drugs from the hospital.
Is it true that you stole those things? I mean, that's hard to believe.
But it's not completely impossible, is it?
You said that's what the company told them. So then, it's not really the case?
Anyway. Fortunately, I made peace a while back with how that whole incident went down. And I disclosed it back when I first applied for the inspection job. So, they accepted it for 2 years, and suddenly decided to fire me for it. By their logic, that is.
That's pretty strange.
Yeah, it made sense at first, firing me after Ichiban became a liability. As far as they're concerned, a guy like me is not worth any risk to the company. So, why didn't they just tell everyone the truth?
It doesn't seem to make sense. I wonder, could it be there was another reason they let you go?
Huh? Another reason?
That Kasuga video might have been popular, but it's flimsy grounds to cost you your job. You were only an inspector. It's not like you represented them to clients.
Yeah, you're right. If you fired all the friends of anyone who's ever been roasted online, the world would run out of workers. Maybe there really was something else.
Is there anything that comes to mind?
No. But I certainly can't leave it at this now. And maybe it's pointless, considering that job's all in the past.
Don't you deserve some closure? It's only fair to find out.
Closure, huh? You're damn right. This is like leaving a wound untreated.
So then, what's your plan?
I'll have to think about it. Thanks, though, Kiryu-san. You've got your own problems.
It's fine. We have to look out for each other.
That's a decent way of seeing the world. You won't mind if I ask your advice again? When Ichiban's away, I swear, I'm a total wreck.
The least I can do is lend you an ear.
That's all I need. It's always good to have someone who'll listen. Thank you.
Hey, Sunny.
Kiryu-san. Came here for a drink, did you?
They say booze is the best medicine.
I don't need to hear your excuses. What you drink is none of my business, after all. I won't comment.
Appreciate it. Mind if I sit here?
Not at all. Oh, still, I can hardly believe it. The Kazuma Kiryu comes wandering in and sits next to me for a drink. How surreal.
It's not that big a deal. I'm just a middle-aged man with graying hair. But you're not just the head of the Komi Jewel. You took command of the Yokohama Liumang as well. And all your subordinates have entrusted you with their lives. It must be a heavy burden to bear.
Huh. You flatter me.
That was a burden I've abandoned.
Oh yeah, right. That. About 20 years ago, you retired right after becoming the 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. Had you not, I wonder if the Tojo clan would have turned out any differently.
Who can say? But the Tojo clan would have disbanded regardless. The times have changed. And I doubt I'd be able to do a single thing about it. Not by myself. If anything, were I still at the top, the Tojo clan might have disbanded much sooner. I didn't have it in me to lead.
Do you really think so? 'Cause the way I see it, you just dislike being part of the herd.
You don't mince words, do you?
Oh, I meant no disrespect.
It's fine. I wasn't offended. It was actually quite refreshing. Only the head of an organization could speak so bluntly.
So long as the underworld abides by its own laws, being the head doesn't mean much. And if someone gets any bright ideas, then all I have to do is stare them down. That's basically everything in the job description. Easy, right?
You're so dignified. I'm not worthy of your presence.
Hey, are you mocking me? You better watch out. I've got some muscle too. Care to see?
Another time, perhaps. Haven't had enough to drink yet. You good on time?
Oh, there's no way I'm calling it quits when you're still drinking, Kiryu-san. I'll hang on for as long as I can.
Do you always go this hard? Your subordinates must have a tough time keeping up.
Power harassment is a prominent concern in the underground these days. I never force a subordinate to drink. I won't deny that there's merit in ruling by fear, but you won't last for long with that alone.
That all makes sense. It's becoming more and more apparent that you're a natural-born leader. That reminds me, does Komijul still monitor the whole town? All the information you've extracted is the source of Komijul's power, am I right?
Right. But it's not like I keep track of every little detail. One of my rules is that my confidant only brings me crucial information.
And by confidant, you mean Jungi-han?
Of course. He's a very capable man, and one of unwavering loyalty at that. I'd say he's the perfect right-hand man, if only he weren't so snarky. But there are others I consider my confidants. Some are even from my father's generation.
Your father's generation, huh? Must be close to my age, then.
You're right. The elders of the organization are like my great and wise uncles. And every now and then, I'll get an earful from them.
So even you have something you're afraid of.
They were part of the Jingon Mafia before Komijul. Back in their prime, they had a healthy rivalry with the Tojo clan. Probably a little before you made a name for yourself. I've heard a lot about your heroics, so having someone like you sit right next to me is sort of unnerving.
What was that?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget I said anything.
The former Jingon Mafia. I hope they don't disapprove of you siding with me.
Well, I'm not sure myself how they feel about all this, but even if they do disapprove, I can take care of it. I wouldn't worry about those old gents. After all, what I say goes.
Please don't take any risks from me. As a leader of an organization, you should always take your subordinates' concerns into account.
Seriously, though, I'll be all right. Have a little more faith in my leadership skills.
All right. Thanks, Sunhee. Glad to have you on my side.
Ijincho has been a little too quiet lately. I was honestly hoping for some excitement. Now, with you in town, things are bound to get interesting.
Hold on. Are you expecting something dangerous to happen?
Not necessarily. A toast, Kiryu-san? Let me welcome you to my town once more.
Of course.
Welcome to Ijincho, Kazuma Kiryu. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Looks like someone's enjoying herself.
Was that the impression you got?
It was indeed.
Well, just between you and me, I was a nervous wreck. He's the dragon of Dojima, a living, breathing legend, leagues above me in the underworld. I can't afford to look stupid in front of Kiryu-san, especially as a representative of Ijincho. Did I say anything weird to him?
Not as far as I know.
All right. I won't dwell on it if you say so.
And I do say so.
Imagine me drinking with the Kazuma Kiryu. Just the two of us. Guess I'm not doing too bad.
Hey, Sunny. Is this seat open?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. As you can see.
Something the matter? You look a little down.
Oh, don't mind me. It's nothing you need to be concerned about, Kiryu-san.
All right. I'll just wait until you feel like talking about the thing I shouldn't be concerned about. Don't mind me.
So that's how we're doing this? There's no winning with you, is there?
I see. So your officers, these great and wise uncles of yours, are acting suspiciously whenever you're not looking.
Yeah, basically. A lot of people in Komijul, the younger members in particular, have been complaining to me, saying they don't know what to do. The elders put up a front when I'm around, but when something goes sideways, they take it out on their younger subordinates. It's unbelievable. If they have a problem with how I run things, then they should say it to my face.
It's hard, having to deal with subordinates who are older than you, or who may even have more experience. Seems like the Queen of Komijul has some troubles of her own.
It's a minor issue, and a personal one at that. It's really nothing you should be concerned about.
Those officers are around my age, aren't they? I could lend you a hand if you need it.
Oh, no, please don't. I am not saying another word so I can at least preserve what's left of my people's dignity.
We're on the same team now, so there's no need to go about things alone. Just how long are you gonna treat me as a guest?
Well, for as long as I'm the face of this town. But I'm happy you consider us allies. Oh, happy is an understatement. I am over the damn moon right now.
What was that? I didn't catch that last bit.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying that it's the thought that counts. Not only are you my guest, but, you're also sick. You should put your health first and foremost.
Went straight for the jugular there.
There once were 3 organizations that kept a close eye on this town. Komijul, the Liumang, and the Seiryu clan. While it may have looked like a 3-way power struggle on the surface, it was actually intended to prevent outside forces from entering. Compared to the past, Ijincho seems a bit too relaxed nowadays. I suppose as a side effect of the ongoing peace. There's not much I can do about that, but my reputation would take a major hit if you're caught worrying.
Yeah, I hear you. Guess that means there's nothing more I can say.
Maybe the alcohol's getting to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to come off so persistent.
Don't worry about it.
Perhaps I'm in no position to say this, but... I prefer how Ijincho is now over how it was before. Even the Komi Jewel bunch has become quite social these days.
Yeah, I guess they have. Yeah, I hear they actually started saying hi to people on the streets. I mean, some of them, of course, not all.
Komi-Jewel used to have this image of being a secret organization that was always out of sight.
Without any rivals around, like the Tojo clan or the Omi Alliance, they're probably enjoying the peace while it lasts.
I see.
Oh, thanks for that, barkeep. I prefer Ijincho the way it is now, too.
Actually, that reminds me. An old regular from Komi Jewel gave me this.
What is it?
A mask worn by members of our organization. It's modeled after the ones used in traditional Korean performances. We would hide behind a mask whenever we had to get our hands dirty.
Right. But the owner of this mask said it's been a long time since he's had to wear it. Eventually, he amicably cut ties with the organization, got married, settled down in this town. He left this mask at the bar, saying he was turning over a new leaf.
Looks like Komi-Jewel's going through some changes.
Still, he shouldn't have given this mask away, much less to an outsider. Maybe I should tighten up operations.
Could you let this one slide? That would be a welcome wedding gift for your subordinate.
Huh. Well, if you so insist, then I can make an exception this time. Spending time with you takes priority anyway.
Good to hear. I was worried he'd land in trouble just because I snitched.
These drinks taste even better when I'm with you, Kiryu-san.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm supposed to be dead, so I never thought I'd be able to enjoy a drink like this again. That's why I'm savoring every glass. Because I have a friend to drink with.
A friend? You consider me your friend?
Of course. Unless that's a problem.
Oh, not at all. I'm honored.
Hey, Sunhee. Mind if I join you?
Of course I don't mind, but... How's your health, Kiryu-san?
Just fine. I am limiting my intake, believe it or not. Thanks for the concern, though. Is it really alright for you to spend so much time with us? Will your subordinates manage without you there?
I'm sure they'll be okay. There are hardly any issues that require my input. If they need me to get involved, then they know how to reach me. So there's no need to worry about me, Kiryu-san.
Your phone's ringing.
So it is. Just ignore it. I'm enjoying our time together right now.
But...
See? Now, if it's really important, they'll call again right away.
You gonna answer that?
Nothing could possibly be more important than enjoying a drink with you, Kiryu-san.
I appreciate the thought, but now I'm a bit on edge here.
Well, now that that's over, we can finally drink in peace.
Sunhee, if you get another call, I want you to answer it right away. Now it's got me curious.
Fine. I don't mean to put off my work that much anyway. I suppose I have to take this then. Excuse me, Kiryu-san.
Yeah, of course.
What? This had better be important. Yeah, got it. Bye.
Everything okay? What'd they want?
All good. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just ran into a little bit of trouble.
Your subordinates called you multiple times, but it turns out it's no big deal.
Yeah, apparently a fire broke out on Komijul turf.
What?
Okay, don't get so worked up. It was just a minor fire, but I've been told it might have been deliberate. Some guys from the Liumang roaming the area, allegedly.
Liumang? But I thought they were under your command, same as Komijul.
Yeah, which is why I'm having them look into the matter. Again, no need to concern yourself with this. Well, that's enough of that.
Don't mind me. I know you want to go. You're worried, right? After all, the ones who started the fire were the Liumang. If you get involved, then you'll be dousing the flames, preventing them from becoming even bigger trouble.
Okay, you have a good point. I know. But still...
I'm done here. If I drink any more, then I won't hear the end of it from Nanba. Go show your face, even for just a second. Your subordinates need you there more than I do here.
Fine, fine. Once you've made up your mind, you can be as stubborn as a mule. Guess we'll call it here.
All right. And hey, we'll drink again sometime. As long as you're up for it, of course.
There's nothing I'd love more. Well, see you.
It's tough having to lead an entire organization. Daigo really had his work cut out for him. Sunhee, what happened with that small fire? The one where the Liumang set fire to Komijul turf.
Oh, thanks for your concern, but I'd rather talk about literally anything else. There's some dissent within Ijincho, just something I have to deal with as a leader. Just nothing you should be worried about.
No can do. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden all by yourself. Why don't you lay it on me? You mentioned before there aren't many people who can drink with you as equals.
I did say that, but... screw it. There really is no winning with you. Honestly, I didn't want to air out our dirty laundry in front of you.
So it was arson. But nobody saw who did it.
Right. All we know right now is that the culprit was fully aware they were setting fire to Komijul turf.
Don't you find that a little strange?
Well, how so?
If I remember correctly, your subordinate didn't hesitate to tell you that the Liumang was behind it. But how could they call them out without an eyewitness account?
So you've noticed. Impressive. Long story short, the accusations against the Liumang are false. There's no evidence pointing to the perp, so it's all bullshit. But someone managed to escalate that BS to me without having to go through any filters. That's the real problem.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the lie originated within Komijul, among the top brass at that.
In other words, one of the Komijul officers tried to deceive you with a false report.
Precisely. He probably made his underlings start the fire, then spread the rumor that the Liumang was behind it. This act of betrayal only serves to escalate tension between Komijul and the Liumang. I can't turn a blind eye to it.
You're right. One wrong move and it'll lead to an all-out war between the two of them.
Truth is, some people aren't too happy to see Komijul and the Liumang getting along. By deepening the division and sowing discord, they'll be able to pin the blame on me for failing to take action. That's the traitor's end goal. He wants to chase me out and seize my throne to rule Komijul himself.
You managed to dig all that up? Then did you find out who the traitor is?
I did, actually. He got sloppy when leaking the rumor. Turns out the traitor is the eldest of Komijul's officers. His name is Han Chul-sa.
So, that's him there, huh?
One of my great and wise uncles I've talked about before. At his age, he should be thinking about retirement. Guess he wanted to make a name for himself before going out.
By betraying you, no less. If he's the oldest, then the two of you must go way back. That's infuriating. I'm getting pissed just listening to all this.
Sounds like you're angry enough for the both of us. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I only said what was on my mind.
This is such a mess. I really didn't want you to see me like this. I can't believe I just spilled everything to you.
Was Han Chul-sa dissatisfied about something? I doubt he'd plan a coup for no reason.
I can't think of anything. Except for the fact that I'm younger than him, and a woman. Considering he's a man who's faced countless adversities in battle, perhaps he doesn't want to end up under a leader like me.
Most old men probably would think so.
I've received the same report from different sources stating that Han Chul-sa is secretly rallying people to rebel. Saying crap like, Sun Hee is capable for a woman, sure, but weak-willed, and other people are more suited to lead.
So, he's been working the rumor mill.
I can find out anything and everything that happens in Ijincho. Han Chul-sa won't be able to keep up with the information warfare. But people look up to him as a legend of the past. My generation grew up listening to stories of his heroics. He once fought to the death with the Tojo clan back in its heyday. I never thought he would ever become my enemy.
A man too full of pride is a man stuck in time, unable to move on. Nothing more than a relic of the past.
Yeah, that old man's far too reckless for his own good. Oh, but he's older than you, Kiryu-san. Much older. You're not even in the same age group.
You don't have to force yourself to say that. More importantly, what do you plan to do about him? As the head, it's up to you to decide how to deal with traitors.
See, this is exactly why I didn't want to talk about this with you, Kiryu-san. Truth be told, I haven't made up my mind yet.
Take your time to think it over. I'll think of something too.
Look, I'd appreciate the help. If only we could have talked about something sexier instead.
True. Dealing with a traitor is not a very sexy topic.
Thank you, Kiryu-san. Sharing your suspicions with someone else does help clear things up.
Yeah, it certainly seems so.
I'm sure you have other things to do, though. Your own problems are even more pressing than mine. I don't want to cause you any trouble, so...
So?
Can we just drink and talk about something stupid now?
Sure. What better way is there to booze?
You really do get me. Always have.
Hey there, Kiryu-san. Are you here for a drink? You, sure that'll be okay?
No need to worry about me.
Oh, please. But since you're already here, there just so happens to be a seat right next to me.
Great. I'll take you up on that. So, Saiko, you're a mama over at a cabaret club?
I'm not just a mama. I'm the owner of the whole joint. After the previous owner passed away, one thing led to another, and I ended up taking over. The younger girls are usually the ones serving the customers, but sometimes I lend them a hand too.
Guess I should be paying you for this conversation then.
Mm-hmm. Cough it up, mister. But I guess you did help us out before, Kiryu-san, so let's just call it even. I won't be taking any money from you. Oh, whoops. I should be calling you Suzuki-san instead, right?
It'd make me happy if you could call me by my real name around our friends. There aren't any enemies here anyway.
Sounds good. That's easier for me too. Well, I can't speak for the rest of our motley crew, but I'll just call you Kiryu-san. You know, you give off this air of sophistication, even when you're sipping a drink. You look like such a gentleman.
Same goes to you. You look like the very picture of elegance, sitting here, drinking alone.
Oh, yeah? Maybe working at the club has actually sucked the youth out of me.
I'm sure that it takes more than youth and vigor alone to become a successful business owner.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that's why the men who come on to me are starting to change up their pickup lines.
Really now? How so?
Well, they don't stop at dating. And by that, I mean they start hinting at marriage. Or, you know, things like that.
Those are some intense customers.
They're not like that at all around the younger girls. But I seem to attract a lot of customers like that. The type of guy who's looking to get hitched. Guess that means I'm at the right age for that. People are starting to look at me that way now. At least that's the sort of vibe I get. Actually, get this. One of the guys hitting on me is pretty rich, and he has a lot going for him.
Sounds like you don't mind that at all.
I wouldn't say that. Honestly, I'm not looking to get married. I'm plenty satisfied with how my life is right now. On the other hand, there's my twin sister. I keep thinking she needs to tie the knot with her boyfriend and settle down already. I mean, she's at the perfect age to get married. If she doesn't hurry, she'll let the chance slip by.
Something's not adding up here. If she's your twin, wouldn't that make her the same age as you?
I know. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. I'm aware I've just been making excuses, trying to justify myself.
As long as you know, I won't comment.
By the way... Did Ichiban say anything about me when you guys were in Hawaii?
Let me think. But why do you ask? Are you worried about him?
Well, not exactly. I just haven't talked to him in a while. He did something that pissed me off.
And how long is a while?
Nah, just leave it. All that matters is that he's doing okay. Besides, this is Ichiban we're talking about. No matter where he goes, I can't imagine him being anything but his stubborn, cheerful self. Kiryu-san? What's up? Why'd you get all quiet?
Did something happen between you and Kasuga? I'll help you out if you need a hand.
Oh, no. It's nothing like that.
All right. But you let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Got that?
You're a real compassionate guy, Kiryu-san. Kinda reminds me of Ichiban.
What can I say to that? You know, if I keep spending more time with you, Kasuga might get upset.
Oh, no. We're not like that at all. The two of us are just friends.
Sure. Well, let's drink again sometime when we get the chance. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I'd love to, in fact. Just make sure your health doesn't get any worse, Kiryu-san.
You got it. I look forward to doing this again.
Yeah, same here. It's been fun.
Hey, Saiko. Mind if I join you for a drink?
Yeah, go ahead. I've been saving this seat just for you, Kiryu-san. Gotta keep an eye on the sickly, you know. Make sure he's not drinking too much.
That's so. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. When you're hitting on a woman, are you the attentive type? The kind of man who takes care of all of her needs?
I'd say so, yeah. But not to the point where I'd embarrass myself.
Have you ever given someone a bouquet?
That's not my style. I've never done that myself, but I think it's actually pretty bold.
Okay, but if a guy gave you enough roses to nearly fill your room every single day, that'd be crazy, right? And crazy expensive to boot.
I'm with you there, but maybe I should have tried that back in the day.
Wait, seriously? Well, I'm sure you could still pull it off, so don't take yourself out of the game just yet. Anyone would be thrilled to get flowers from you, Kiryu-san. Honestly, it's kind of cute when a guy tries his best not to act embarrassed.
Right. Whatever you say. So what's with the rose talk? Did some guy actually try to woo you with a bouquet or two?
You're pretty sharp, Kiryu-san. That is spot on.
He must be quite the character, then. Alright, I'm listening. So what kind of guy is he?
He's the CEO of some consulting firm that just started up here in Ijincho. He's young, only like a year older than me. After his first visit to the club, he asked me on a date, and I figured it wouldn't hurt to say yes. And ever since then, he's been sending me a ton of roses every day. To my club and to my home. It doesn't really bother me, and I just feel bad if I told him off for it.
You shouldn't, though. Was this pretty recent?
Yeah, like, since last month?
The guy seems head over heels for you. Those flowers can't be cheap either.
And on top of that, he even slips in stuff like marriage and our future whenever we're having a conversation.
So this CEO guy is the same customer who was pressing you about getting hitched.
Yep. I mean, honestly, he was a great guy on our date, and he does seem to know how to treat a woman. He's attentive, and he never runs out of things to talk about. And he's funny, too. Some girls might even call him perfect.
Seems like you don't think too badly of Mr. CEO either.
Huh. Does it come off that way? Oh, yeah. That reminds me.
What's up?
I heard Ichiban is doing just fine over there. He's hanging around with that one girl, right? Chitose-chan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So, what's she like?
Chitose is the daughter of the Fujinomiya family, so you could say that she's pretty unique.
That's what I've heard too. Being born into a family like that is already way impressive.
At first, I thought she was just a petty thief. Kasuga and I both got played by her.
Chitose-chan more or less stripped Ichiban of everything he owned and threw him out, right? Wasn't he being way too careless?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he went all the way to Hawaii to meet his mom. He should have kept his head on straight.
But Kasuga wasn't seduced by her. He only got his drink spiked. On top of that, she told him she was Akane-san's housekeeper. I don't think he had much reason to suspect her. Yeah, he let his guard down, but I wouldn't blame him.
Uh-huh. So you're taking Ichiban's side, Kiryu-san? That man never changes. I'm not sure if it's because he's gullible or what.
It's hard to leave him alone, isn't it?
Incredibly. I know from personal experience.
He bears his heart to anyone, so I'm positive he doesn't look at Chitose in the way you think he does. Does that make you feel any better?
What? Look, if Ichiban's getting friendly with a cute girl over in Hawaii, I'm happy for him. Really.
Uh-huh, sure. I'll drop the subject then.
And what are you chuckling at? What's so funny, huh? That does it. I'm gonna drink all night long. I don't know if it's just your age talking or what, but that calm attitude of yours just pissed me off. Heck, how would you like it if I stripped you down today, Kiryu-san?
Careful. I'm a sick man, remember? Have mercy on me.
Hey, what are you smirking about?
I've got some more fight in me.
You're going to regret this.
Get serious.
Try to block this!
What's the holdup? I won't hold back. Ready for the knockout?
Let's finish this!
Wanna play, do we? Try and stop me.
We have a winner.
Did you really think you'd win?
Yes!
Not a scratch.
Kiryu-san.
No. Is this where?
The Seiryu set up shop? Yep. I'm sure it's hard to swallow, seeing your clan's former headquarters like this.
Guess it must have gone vacant after the Great Dissolution. Now here they are, the new owners.
Ijincho's just not big enough for them anymore. That's how fast the Seiryu clan's growing. It's like they're quietly taking over. Hearing about it's one thing, but seeing it in person's another.
Kiryu-san?
Unbelievable. The symbol of the Tojo clan, falling into the hands of outsiders. To think I'd live to see the day.
Let's go. Standing around won't get us any closer to the boys in charge.
Kiryu-san, maybe hang back for now. If you get caught here, it's all over. The same for Sunhee, I suppose. Guess it's up to me to sort this out. Hey, good day to you. My name's Nanpa. I heard Sawashiro-san might be around.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, well, you see, Sawashiro-san and I go way back. He actually paid for my trip to Hawaii the other day, so I thought I'd swing by and say thanks.
Nobody told me he was taking any appointments. Now kindly get gone.
Oh, don't be like that. What's wrong with popping in and saying hello? Besides, there's something important we need to ask him.
Look, I can't let you through. And I already told you why.
Oh, come on. Well, then how about you set me up a meeting with Ebina-san? You know, your captain? Why, me and him were having a chat just the other day. All you gotta do is tell him Nanba's here.
What part of no don't you understand? You trying to get yourself killed, pal?
I'm Narasaki, lieutenant of the Seiryu clan. Seems here there was a slight misunderstanding. Allow me to set things straight.
Finally, someone who can talk some sense.
I have instructions from Captain Ebina. You're all to be welcomed as our guests. He also said there's no need to ask your name.
Really, Narasaki-san? You're gonna take him in?
They say the newbies don't know jack shit, but I didn't think it was this bad. How could anyone not recognize you? I'd like to personally apologize for this dimwit.
I want to talk to Sawashiro. Where is he?
You'll see him soon enough. But first, please come in.
Allow me the pleasure of welcoming you. It's truly an honor. I am Sawashiro of the Seiryu clan.
Didn't expect you to roll out the red carpet.
My apologies if we caught you off guard. However, we felt it was necessary. After all, with the Tojo clan and the Omi alliance now gone, it falls on us to become the banner for Yakuza all over the country. Such a task requires the utmost prestige. It's perhaps the only way to bring them all together.
Right. So line up the troops and have them stare down your guests. That's your idea of prestige.
You'll have to forgive us. Well, there's little use in standing around out here. Captain Ebina is waiting for you inside. If you follow Narasaki, he'll lead you straight to him.
I don't need a guide.
Is that right? So your mind's still intact, huh? Glad to hear at least that's still worth a damn.
I'm sorry, what? Do you know who you're talking to?
Hey, take it easy, Sachan.
We can keep this up if you really want to. But fair warning. If you're just testing your luck, pick another day. I don't have time for games.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Ah.
Light as a feather.
Oh, it's time to move.
Ah.
Ho-ho!
No. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
No.
What?
Ho ho!
Huh.
Huh, I'm fine.
Excuse me.
Ho ho!
Right.
Excuse me. Huh.
No.
Oh, wow!
Huh?
I see.
Let's go another round.
Hmm.
Yes. Hmm.
Kiryu-san. Remember, stretching's important.
No.
Excuse me.
It's you.
Okay.
Well now, maybe I should have led you here after all. I was starting to think you got lost.
Shut your mouth. If I needed you around, I'd have said so.
The Tojo clan's 4th chairman. I can only assume you don't care much for what we've done with the place. However, you should know this building was all but left to rot. We took it upon ourselves to restore it.
I take it you're Ebina?
I am. And I presume you're familiar with Sawashiro-san?
Yeah. Although, I've never seen him with the same pin twice. You're supposed to be behind bars. But I see that's not the case.
I'm flattered you've heard of me. It's quite an honor, Kiryu-san.
Go on. Take a seat.
Kiryu-san?
I can only hope you're willing to talk. But maybe you ought to find a different chair first.
What? Excuse you?
That chair belongs to the head of the Tojo clan, and no one else. Take my word for it. A lot of blood's been spilled over just a chance to sit where you are now. Maybe you don't mean any offense, but you're not even close to earning that spot. And I'll be damned if I play along.
Bastard! You better watch your fucking words!
It's all right, Narasaki.
Captain.
This was to be expected. In fact, I'd want nothing less from a man of his stature. Let's try this again. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Now then, shall we get started, Kiryu-san?
I see the Seiryu clan's grown quite big. With all the Yakuza left behind, it's no surprise. And your goal is to help them along?
Yes. As I'm sure you're aware, the civilian world is far from forgiving to our kind.
Okay, but what about all those people who were able to make it, yet you pulled them right back in? Sunhee here has plenty of data to back that up.
Perhaps that data's oversimplified. There's rarely, if ever, a smooth transition back to society. What a Yakuza needs more than anything is structure, stability, and the means to make a living. So for them to join our clan is a temporary measure on that road to rehabilitation.
Want to know what else I hear? That you're moving operations to Hawaii.
You have keen ears. Queen of the Komijul indeed. At any rate, you could say we're blessed to have a business partner there.
Business partner?
Not sure if you would know, Kiryu-san. Our biggest source of income right now is storing waste that can't be disposed of. However, I can't take any credit for that idea. Someone else had thought it up, and they'd been doing it in Hawaii long before I met them. That would be Palekana, a local religious group.
What?
Palekana?
They're also the ones who helped Akane-san escape to Hawaii 40 years ago. I take it you've already heard of them.
You could say that.
If I can step back a moment. I needed Sawashiro's reputation in order to set the second Great Dissolution into motion. And while he was still behind bars, he confided in me one of his deepest regrets. That was, of course, about Akane-san. As such, the more I learned, the more interest I developed in the group that brought her to safety. And as I dug deeper, I learned about their waste management business. There's a special island Palekana owns where they run a facility quite similar to ours.
You must mean Nele Island. Is that where Palekana stores its garbage?
That's right. And when I reached out to them, they were extremely generous with their knowledge. They understood our objective as cleansing the sins of society, and even offered to take in former Yakuza on our behalf.
So you're saying all the fresh new faces in the Seiryu clan are getting sent to Nele Island?
Correct. Everything that's happening in our Yokohama warehouse is simply a precursor to that. Right now, our joint venture with Palekana is our top priority.
But I thought Nele Island was sacred to them. I hear only a select few of their followers are allowed to set foot there. Yet you plan to dump your Yakuza on their shores?
I see you've done your homework. But yes, we've already worked out the details together. Besides, all our men will be doing is transporting the cargo by sea and unloading it off the boat. As it were, they'd hardly be leaving footprints in the sand. A far cry from desecrating their holy land, wouldn't you say? Palekana understands this as well.
Never guessed religion and the underworld would ever go hand in hand. Aside from that, why'd you send Kasuga over to Hawaii?
I sent Ichi to Hawaii for one thing. To reunite with Akane-san, who said she wanted to meet him. So whatever becomes of it, it's got nothing to do with the Seiryu clan.
Sawashiro, are you aware of what's happening to Akane-san right now?
What do you mean?
She's being hunted down by gangsters, all on Palekana's orders. But their real target is the girl she has with her. And if they're caught, they won't make it out alive.
Impossible.
Is that true, what you just said?
I take it neither of you knew?
I can assure you we did our due diligence in researching them. After all, they're integral to the Second Great Dissolution.
So you're saying we're making this up?
I'm saying flinging words at each other would be pointless. Do you have any proof you can show us?
Well...
That said, this is coming from none other than Kiryu-san. We don't mean to make light of that. How about you give us some time? We'll look into Palekana once again.
What would you do if Palekana turns out just like what I told you?
I'd rather not make any speculations at the moment. As the Tojo clan 4th chairman, I'm sure you, of all people, understand the weight of a Yakuza's words.
I see. And if that's your stance, I think we're done here.
Thank you for the visit and for the valuable information. Perhaps when things settle down, we can treat you to dinner.
Yeah, let's hope that's possible.
Well, we sure showed their asses. Can't believe you got Sawashiro acting on his best behavior.
Seriously. And even though we were deep in Yakuza territory, I didn't feel scared one bit.
I don't know. Doesn't feel like we got much out of it.
No? But didn't we at least learn that the Seiryu clan's connected to Polycana?
Right. But we're still left to wonder whether Ebina really knows what Bryce is up to. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I suppose.
By the way, you think up anything else for the bucket list? You didn't forget about it, did you?
No, I remember. And you know what? Maybe it's because I haven't been to HQ in a while. But I just thought of something important.
Oh, what is it?
Well, it might not be the fun activity you were thinking. But I want to pay my respects to some people who were close to me.
You know, I think that's terrific. Mind if we come along?
I'd be grateful if you did. Might get a little gloomy without some company.
I'm happy to hear you think of us that way. We'll do everything we can to support you, Kiryu-san.
I know you will. Thanks.
Then let's go. I trust you know the way?
Yeah, let's catch a taxi.
Not a scratch.
Sorry to drag you all out here. Let's say we head back.
You're all done?
Yeah. I managed to clean up their gravestones and talk to them a bit about my life.
If I can ask, who were these people?
Well, they're my family. Of course, none of us are blood related, but it's never been about that. And it doesn't make them any less precious. Every time I come here, I get this strange feeling. I've always been the type to rush in and never think ahead. So I assumed if anyone was gonna die first, it'd be me. Yet here I am now, talking to them, even though they're long gone.
Kiryu-san.
I come to pay my respects for the first time in forever, and who do I see? Almost like Kazuma himself had a hand in it.
Date-san.
Long time no see. Gonna guess your buddies there is safe.
Oh, yeah.
An acquaintance of yours, Kiryu-san? Wait, doesn't this mean your cover's blown?
No. He's good. If anyone's aware of anything, it's him.
I take it you must be Detective Date?
And that would make you Sunhee, the so-called face of Ijincho. Never could stay away from trouble, could you?
I think we'll be heading back, Kiryu-san. You look like you got some catching up to do.
Appreciate that.
Hey, no worries. You fellas enjoy.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare off your new pals. But hey, what are the chances? I say we catch up on old times. That is, if you've got time.
Sure.
Been so long since the two of us have had a sip, I figured it ought to be here. And speaking of a sip, that one's all you get. Meanwhile, I'll be helping myself to the bar.
Greedy old drunk? You sure Mama won't mind?
Just so happens today's her day off.
Then I guess we'll leave it at that. Thanks.
You're getting thin. I admit that caught me off guard.
Really? You can tell that easy, huh?
Well, yeah. When it comes to studying you, I hold a Guinness World Record. So, is it that bad?
Yeah. And when the doctor found out I was running around like this, he nearly burst a vessel.
Let me guess. More nonsense from the Daidoji faction.
In Hawaii, there was a girl who reminded me of Haruka. Her name's Lonnie. She's just an innocent kid. Yet here she is, running for her life. All for some asshole's convenience. I can't help but want to save her.
Sounds like something you'd say. Always putting your neck out for others, aren't you?
Well, with the clock ticking, I'm supposed to be enjoying my final moments. At least according to Namba and them.
Sure. You've never been the type to look after yourself.
Well, there's been a lot on my mind, now that it's come to this. Looking back, I almost didn't make it. When Nishiki and Yumi died, I thought, if only I could go with them. But what stopped me in the end was actually something you told me.
I said something that important?
You know damn well you did. Don't you have someone precious to protect? I figured that must be what's pushing me still.
In that case, you can't clock out just yet. After all, you want to protect that kid, right?
Yeah.
Then now's the time you get back your gusto. Still free to stick around a while?
Come on. How long has it been? I'm sticking around whether you like it or not.
That's the spirit.
Welcome back, Kiryu-san. Hey, how much were you drinking?
Not much. Only had one glass.
So was everything okay with your friend?
Yeah. What's more, we agreed to meet up every now and again, like back in the day. Hope that's all right.
Of course it is. Just don't go overboard with the booze, okay?
Yeah, I know.
You sure about that? I don't want to find you passed out somewhere.
I see you're not gonna go easy on me. Fine. You have my word.
Well, that's that. We should head back to Kasuga's apartment for the day.
Hello?
Kiryu, Date here.
Date-san.
I'm in Ijin show at the moment. Come out with me. We should talk. Don't try making out like you're too busy.
Is this important?
That bucket list thing you were telling me about before. I've been mulling it over ever since. Got me thinking I have too much unfinished business myself.
If I can be of some help, I'll come.
There we go. See you soon.
Where should we meet?
Rose Blossom, the cabaret club. I'll tell the bar to expect you. Right, I'll be waiting.